most of the things we are going to say here, we've had opportunity to say them in Tamale just last Friday, because we had our end of year program where the Chief Executive awards the workers who have performed creditably and have been nominated by their various departments. So last Friday, we had that program in Tamale. Having said that, we are happy that we are here today at the end of the year. You know, from the beginning of the year, we all pray that we'll see God's grace up to the end of the year. If you go out there, you will see that the workers are happy to come to the end of the year. But I'm also not happy for one thing, and I would like to talk about that one first. I'm not happy because we've been carrying out a lot of education, and then I think we have received a lot of support from the media in terms of the safety and security of our workers. You know, we have workers just like any other Ghanaian who would wake up early in the morning. Some go to the forest to, protect the forest as forest guards. Some go to help the timber industry to produce timber for exports, who bring us foreign exchange. I have, rangers who go out into the field. They work day and night to make sure we don't get the poachers killing the animals in our reserves, protected areas. Unfortunately, within the past, I think 36 hours, 2 of my workers have been shot. At Bonfubiri in Kumewu, one person was shot, I think, about 36 hours ago on the chest. They were in a group of 4 going around, and then there was a poacher in the evening, night, and then before they saw him, asked him to lay down the weapon, he shot at one of them. And the person is receiving medical attention at the Fijasi government hospital as we speak. This is normally a worker who would have woken up, left the family or friends, going to do his normal duty, and expect to come back home. And you find people shooting at the workers. And this is Ashanti region. Not far from here, just the past night, one worker was also shot at the Shire Hills Resource Reserve, where when you are going to Akosombo, you find monkeys along the road. It happened this night as well, where they were also going around, and then they found poachers, some of them trying to kill the animals in the forest. And then he was shot at through the thighs. As I speak today, as I speak now, he's also at the Tema government hospital, also receiving medical attention. In the case of the Shire Hills, 2 people have been arrested. One was arrested, and then the other one escaped, but later he has been apprehended. Then I'm told they have been sent to the police. And then the weapon that they were carrying has also been seized. We are hoping that these people will be brought to book, and then the necessary punishment and sanctions will be applied to them. But what we are saying is that the Commission will continue to protect the forest and wildlife, resources. But we will not let our people be shot at. So when they confront such difficulties, we would ask them to defend themselves. And as I speak, they have been equipped with weapons recently, about 1,000 pieces of weapons and ammunition. And then we would warn those miscreants who go out to poach and shoot at our workers, that the Forestry Commission workers would defend themselves. We will advise them to stop the poaching and then the illegal logging and then mining in the midnight. And then when our workers come around, they end up shooting them. We will advise the general public, and then especially those miscreants, to stop that practice. We would update the media when we get further details on these 2 events. Moving from there, I think it's, as I said, it's been a very difficult year. We've achieved and chalked so many results, but we've also been confronted with challenges. Challenges to do in the area of not only illegal logging, but illegal mining. And as you are aware, all the workers of the commission have been involved in this issue to do with illegal mining, with support from the ministry and in the collaboration with some other agents under the ministry, like the Minerals Commission. We've been fighting tirelessly to bring these menace under control. It's not been very easy looking at the logistics at our disposals and the support to receive from the ground. What it means is that we needed to fall on the chiefs and people in the communities, the district chief executives, the regional security councils, to be able to, carry out this task. The illegal mining affects not only the animals and then the trees in the forest, but it affects the water bodies as well. And then we would continue to do this work, but what we'll ask is that we'll ask the support of the general public in terms of information, and those who live in the communities close to the forest reserves to also support the Forestry Commission in dealing with these menace. You find out that most of these excavators that are used in these exercises are parked most times just few meters away from the forest, but they are parked in people's homes. You go there and they will tell you it is for construction or it has been parked there for a long time, but then in the evening they move back to the forest. So they continuously call on the support of the communities closer to this forest who continue to harbor these people with excavators in their communities. Then in the evening they move back to the forest to carry out these activities. In terms of human resource, we started with a number close to 3,700, and then there has been a little increase in our numbers. We'll still continue to see that this is not enough, looking at the additional work we have to do with illegal mining. But we are also looking at areas where we apply technology. We have some drones and other equipment that will be able to apply to assist us to carry out our mandate. This number, compared to last year, we are making progress in terms of the management staff and the non-management. The non-management staff number keeps increasing. We are about 61% of the staff are non-management staff. These are frontline personnel who are protecting the forest and wildlife resources. We lost some of our workers, not to maybe shooting, as I would say, but we lost some of the rest, about 11, recorded about 11 deaths, about 97 of them retired during the year. The workers have been working hard. The HR Directorate has continued to provide training for our workers during the year. In terms of finance and issues to do with auditing, the Director General of the Internal Audit Service himself was here to inaugurate the committee that is supposed to oversee issues to do with audit at the Commission. This happened on the 2nd of November 2022. So in line with Act 658 of 2003, the Forestry Commission has inaugurated the Audit Committee, which is chaired by Mr. Kwesi Ajiman. Forest Services Division, we have seen a bit of turnover at the very top level of the Forest Services Division. We began the year having different people at the helm of affairs. During the year, we have Mrs. Abrokwa, who has worked for over 30 years at the Commission, and then she has been the first lady to has risen to the position of acting executive director of the Forest Services Division, proceeding on retirement, and that position has been taken over by Mr. Hugh Brown, who has gone through the process to be appointed the new executive director of the Forest Services Division. And Mr. Hugh Brown is here. So if you are here, Mr. Hugh Brown, can you show yourself so that anytime they want to talk to the Forest Services Division, they approach you? During the year under review, we had the Director of Operations also proceeding on retirement. That his place has been filled by Dr. Joseph Boachi. He's not here at the moment. But what it means is that the two topmost positions at the Forest Services Division, have had to be filled by new people due to retirement. The Forest Services Division, and together with all the workers of the Forestry Commission, supported the ministry so far as the activities of the Green Ghana, which was launched by the President himself on the 1st of March 2022. On the planting day on the 10th of June, our target was to plant 20 million trees. We distributed 26.5 million seedlings, and then as at the end of September, 24.5 million has been verified as planted. So the trees are growing. Fortunately, we've had a lot of rains this year, and a lot of them are doing well. In due time, we would take some of you around to go and see how those trees are doing, so that we can speak to that activity. In terms of digitization, the Forestry Commission launched two applications. One is the Ghana Wood Tracking system, which allows us to track trees right from the forest when they are felled to the point where they get to the market, whether in Ghana or outside Ghana. This helps us to trace the source of timber, and also ensure that we sell, or maybe allow people to procure only legal timber from the market. During this period, we also launched the Form C, which is the property mark. The minister himself was in Kumasi to launch this Form C. What it means is that those who work with the commission will be able to work with us from remote sources. They'll be able to renew most of their documents, and be able to, new ones can register without having to move across the country as we used to do. This particular application has been used by the industry players, and it has gone through review, and we have received very good reports from the players in the industry. The Forestry Commission, through the Plantation Directorate, has a target under the plantation strategy to plant 25,000 hectares each year. This is aside any new initiative like the Green Ghana that has been introduced by the President. I can report that as at the end of October 2022, 18.8 thousand hectares have been cultivated, which means that 76% of the target has been met. Hopefully, by the time we end this year, we would have exceeded that target. I would like to put on record that this is hectare planted by the Forestry Commission, and also areas that were facilitated by the Commission to help the private sector to continue to plant. The Forest Services Commission continue, as I mentioned earlier, to provide protection for our forests, and these are some of the very difficult areas. We are protecting the forest against illegal logging and then illegal mining at the same time, and it has stretched the capacity of the Commission in terms of manpower, logistics, and technology to be able to manage these activities. As we speak today, we have mining in Western region, Western North, Ashanti, Central, Eastern, among others. And then the Commission is stretched to be able to manage some of these activities. We know some of them are happening in the Savannah region as well. And then our workers there, are watching closely and protecting the forest from illegal mining. To this end, the ministry continues to support the commission in terms of provision of some logistics. One of such is the handing over of about 70 motorbikes to the commission by the Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, so that we could reach the very difficult areas where we could not drive our pickups to. Between the 5th and the 8th of September, the Forestry Commission, with the leadership of the Forest Services Division and other partners, organized the 4th World Teak Conference at the Kempinski Gold Coast Hotel in Accra. In all, we received about 300 participants coming from 28 different countries. We have people who, deal in teak in terms of merchandise. We have researchers. We have civil society players, and we have some of our development partners at that conference. This is to help us to be able to promote the teak, which is the largest grown plantation timber in Ghana. In terms of ecotourism, we began the year on a very good note when the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Samuel Jinapo, the MP for Damango, launched the Eco-Tourism Handbook at the Shire Hills Resource Reserve. This handbook gives an overview and information about almost all our parks that have potential for ecotourism. These books have been distributed widely to the media houses, our missions outside Ghana, some of our partners, Ghana Tourism Authority, and tour operators as well. We have a soft copy on the Forestry Commission website for ease of reference. One other area, so far as the Wildlife Division is concerned, that we looked at critically, is the Accra Zoo. We started refurbishment of the Accra Zoo. Unfortunately, we had the incident where a gentleman, scaled into the enclosure of the lion. At the end of the day, he lost his life. Maybe his soul rests in perfect peace. So the zoo was closed down for a while, so that we improve upon the security there. And then, the kind of offerings we provide to the people who patronize the zoo. On the 9th of December this year, the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, reopened the zoo. If you go there now, it has seen a lot of improvement, both in terms of the cages, the number and types of animals we have there, the customer relations there, and then the total, outlook of the zoo. We will encourage the media here to visit the place, take pictures, and promote the zoo. It is in promoting the zoo that we get most of our citizens and non-citizens alike to, visit the place. Some can undertake research, some can entertain themselves. As we are in Christmas, a lot of children and adults alike can visit the Accra Zoo. The Forestry Commission, under the direction of the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources and with support of the board of the Forestry Commission, intends to open 3 more zoos this year. We've started the process already. We hope to have them fully open in Tamale, Koforidua, and then Takoradi. Work has started on this. Some of them are the documentary stage. You need some papers and documents to be approved before you can start this. At Koforidua, the place has been walled or fenced already, and then work will begin in earnest.
Please subscribe to Morris TVGH.